I'm sure many of you have heard the expression, ignorance is bliss. But, as anyone who's ever stood barefoot on a piece of Lego in the dark knows, sometimes ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is pain. What you don't know can be dangerous, and sometimes even fatal, for your career, for your business, and in my case, for my patients. In my 30-year career as a professional vet, I had the privilege of caring for thousands of pets and their owners. And combating ignorance with curiosity helped me save many lives, and not just cats, but dogs, rabbits, guinea pigs, hamsters, and even, on one memorable occasion, a marble-eating goldfish called John West. Now, in that instance, there was plenty to be curious about. How and why does a goldfish eat a marble? How was I going to get it out of him safely? And who names their pet after a brand of tin fish? That call came in on a Sunday night, in my first year out of vet school, where, annoyingly, we didn't have a single lecture on goldfish, let alone how to deal with one that's eaten a marble. The answer wasn't in my textbooks either, and Dr. Google didn't exist back then. So picture the scene. The fish is there in his travel tank on my consulting table, with the anxious family gathered round, watching expectantly as I wrestled with my fishy nemesis. And I do mean wrestled, because John West turned out to be both huge and slippery, like a butter-covered bowling ball with fins. His owners explained that his favourite game was sucking the stones off the bottom of his tank and spitting them out again. Unfortunately, one of the kids had dropped a marble in his tank, and he'd hoovered it up without realising. Now, the marble was much bigger than the stones, and he couldn't spit it back out again, which meant I would have to retrieve it. Question was, how? Now, I'd done 5 years of vet school. I was highly trained. So, naturally, the first thing I did was try gently squeezing him, hoping the pressure would push the marble out. It didn't. It started pushing his eyes out, like something out of a cartoon. He was okay. Next, I tried using a pair of forceps to see if I could grab the marble and pull it out. But the forceps slipped off the marble, which shot further into the fish, back in the tank. As I continued to try different approaches, I was also asking the owners questions, connecting with them, and creating a space for inspiration to strike. Sure enough, as I was listening to them, I managed to hook my thumb up from the outside behind the marble, pull forwards, and after a moment of resistance, the marble shot out of his mouth, bounced off the wall, and rolled under the table, to a round of applause from the grateful owners. Stressful though that experience was, it taught me the importance of cultivating curiosity. Curiosity there meant gathering more information, flexibility of thinking, and trying different approaches until I found one that worked. Outside my consulting room, curiosity was instrumental in reshaping my identity, helping me evolve from who I thought I was into who I could become. How? Let me take you back to the start of my journey. I dreamt of being a vet since I was 8 years old. So for a long time, my identity was my job. Being the vet was empowering. It gave my life meaning and purpose. It meant everything. Until it didn't. Because curiosity had other plans for me. It led me to realize I was so much more than just my job title. Treating animals mattered deeply, but it was only part of who I was. I wanted to be more. A mentor, a speaker, a leader, someone who could transform lives both in the workplace and the wider community. Here's what being curious did for me. It pulled me out of my comfort zone and into a world of fresh challenges and opportunity. It forever changed who I believed I was. Curiosity was the catalyst that shifted my identity from clinical vet to consultant, speaker, and entrepreneur, unlocking my true potential and the potential of those around me. So if you really want to thrive, forge deeper relationships, and live with genuine fulfillment, you need to cultivate curiosity. Be open to new ideas, new opportunities, and become who you were meant to be. That way, when you have your goldfish moment, and you're faced with the unexpected and unfamiliar, you won't lose your marbles. Thank you.